live. It's live. It's Sam. It's JP. It is the Kent Beck Scrum, and here we are. Yes, a quick update from me. Michael and I have just been working on a new feature to allow Agile Ventures members to sponsor other Agile Ventures members, like their premium membership and so on, which we just got green. So that's nice, but I think it needs a lot of refactoring. So probably after the Scrum, we'll be working on refactoring that. Other thing, I've been reviewing pull requests for Redeemify, for Project Scope, for this, that, and the other. Very pleased to sign up our first premium face-to-face member or upgrade. I'll be giving face-to-face sessions for our new premium face-to-face person tomorrow, which is very exciting for me, at least. I hope only another 10 or 20 of those to sign up so that I can avoid getting another job. Yes, is that? I think that about covers it. Yeah, managed to be pleased to deploy async voter to Dree. Oh yeah, we got the async voter cucumber things are in, and defining the flow of that project. So things looking reasonable. Still, oh gosh, so much to do. Almost like one, but yeah, that's pretty much me. JP, how are things going with you?
Good. Thank you. So today we didn't have a lot of people, but we met this morning to talk about the MVP for Met Plus.
Right.
And cool. I think we're almost finished.
Wow. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
So Friday we'll have our client meeting in the morning. It will be at 10 a.m. EST time to see if we can have more people joining in from the Asia team and people that are not in Asia but are in Europe as well working. And I am going to try to propose first deployment date for the beginning of December.
So, wow, great.
So I'm also in talks with OpenShift to see if they have any kind of plan. They do have some plans for nonprofits, and trying to see if what they do for nonprofits, if they charge or not.
Okay.
To see how it goes and see if they don't charge anything, that would be awesome. And I can talk to Chad to apply to the nonprofit thing.
Yeah. Well, and potentially we can provide you with free hosting from Dree, which is our new sponsor.
Okay. So do they have? I can look into that. We kind of need some special thing. We need some. At this point, what I'm looking for, we have two databases, two different database type. We have a Rails app and we have a Java.
Right.
So we need to accommodate everything.
Yes.
To make it work. So I'm at this point I'm just exploring possibilities because I know like Heroku it's gonna be expensive and
yes
because we will need what we will need two databases, two apps, and
well yeah,
and
the way that Dree works, and I've now deployed both this way, is that they don't provide the databases themselves, but they basically say use a third-party database provider. So I've made Dree apps now that have MongoDB and PostgreSQL, but they use, so the MongoDB is on MLab, and the PostgreSQL is on Elephant SQL.
Okay.
And so what I'm planning to do is to approach both of those providers and get, I mean they have free tiers, but also see if we can get them to sponsor us as well, and kind of hoping to move towards, I mean, I think the reason that Dree's excited about being involved in this is that other people in Agile Ventures might adopt the Dree thing. So certainly carry on seeing what you might be able to get from OpenShift. It's good to explore the options, but I can maybe share with you, I mean, I've successfully, I don't know about the Java framework, but if you're interested, they basically have this new product called Dree Push. Let me send you a link to that. I've now checked, I've now worked through all of this and I've had it all work. I've also got sort of direct support from them on that, which anyway, have a look at their documentation here on the Dree Push thing, and it's something to. I mean, basically, I just deployed async voter there, and that worked. And I'm kind of building up to, now that I've got the Rails PostgreSQL one run it, I'm going to be doing experimental deploys for local support and website one. Yeah, I mean, it's potentially a big win for us because they're very keen to work with us, and they are on board as an official sponsor. So, I think we can get a certain amount of free hosting from them above and beyond what other, for example, OpenShift or whatever. I don't know. Like they may have a very generous plan for nonprofits, but these guys, really want to help us. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I can look through it. I don't know. Do they have any kind of free tier or something?
Well, basically, they've created a free tier for us, like for Agile Ventures projects.
Okay.
They're like, they're whether they will offer free tier to just like other people. That's I think their longer term business plan or whatever. But they're part of the package that I've arranged with them is stuff with. For specifically for Agile Ventures folks. So I mean, I could, we could get you invited into they've got like an Agile Ventures channel on their Slack, and I could get you invited in there. So if you, it depends. That would be. Are you interested in that?
I'm interested in exploring to see what we.
Hello.
Hey, Michael.
Hello. What the possibilities that we have, because I'm not sure. When this goes live, I think eventually chat will be open to pay something.
Oh yeah,
for hosting.
Sure.
So I don't know what he will prefer. Basically, we'll prefer what we tell him it's best. So if Dree solves us the problems, I'm cool with that.
Yes. I mean, I think what we have with Dree is that they're relatively young compared to Heroku and others, and so I'm moving slowly with them to kind of see how stable everything is and this, that, and the other. But they are very keen to work with us, and I think one of the big things is like we pay quite a lot to Heroku for which I then pass on the charges to the Voluntary Action Harrow Cooperative, but and they pay them because that's there. But potentially by switching to Dree, there's a new free SSL stuff or whatever, we can for, as it were, Agile Ventures clients like Voluntary Action Harrow Cooperative or Chet on Met Plus, we kind of, the whole overall Agile Ventures package becomes more attractive because we can offer cheaper hosting through our sponsor.
Okay. So if I kind of need some sort of access or to talk to them or something like that.
What I'll do is I'll get you invited into this. I know they're keen to move forward and they love the input. Feel free to move entirely at your own pace, but I'll get you invited into this Slack instance and we'll go from there. I mean, I think in principle you can start just that link that I put in the chat for you that has like docs, like how to get started with this Dree push, and I think that you can I don't think it actually needs even any login at the moment. I think you can just do it. But I will, like, immediately after this Scrum, I will speak to them and make sure that they know who you are, and if I can get you invited into the thing, that'll be good because if you do run into issues, you can get, I think, immediate support from them.
Yeah. So I think we might need to have some sort of application because when you push, you need to push to somewhere. So
yes, I mean these docs show about how to create an application. It creates. I mean, anyway, read the docs. Michael's here as well. Michael, how are things going?
Good. I just ate a slice of pizza.
That sounds good.
And now I'm not dying of hunger. And
awesome.
then I got distracted because my health insurer called my phone, my cell phone, and I was like, "Who is this?" It was like an out-of-state number, and they were like, "Oh, we're your health insurance, and we're here to talk to you about how you think your health insurance is." And I was like, "Whatever, it's great." I was like, thinking like as long as you pay the bills, that's,
yeah,
pay the invoices when I go to the doctor or whatever.
Indeed.
And then told them I had to get the hell off the phone because I had things I was doing.
Yes, it's amazing how other people really want you to spend so much time on the phone with them doing stuff. It's uh, um, yes, and so just to catch you up. Yeah, I told Joe what we were doing and how we're going to do some refactoring now. Although perhaps maybe we should just like not do refactoring. And Joao said they're basically on the cusp of an MVP for Met Plus and talking about that going live-ish in the beginning of December. Was that right, Joao?
I hope so.
All right, fingers crossed for that. Cool. Oh, and you're just pasting a link about sponsorship.
Yeah. Yeah. So if Michael is still have things to say, just let him say. I have something.
Yeah.
To
Sorry, Michael. Anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Yeah. Sorry. Go on, Joao. You're going to ask about sponsorship?
There's a line talking about 4 different tiers of sponsorship of premium.
Yes.
Like premium mob, face-to-face, and plus.
Yes.
And there's no information about plus on pricing.
No, and I guess that's indeed a potential oversight. I mean, the Premium Plus still exists on the back end. Like, it's still here, and the pricing information is on this individual page.
Basically, face-to-face with an extra hour of pairing.
Right.
I'm just saying because I noticed that it's there and it's nowhere
yeah,
else.
The only reason that I've done that is because it's still in the upgrade path. And so you can encounter it in other places in the site. I mean, basically, that's something now we need to work on, is now having made this switch over, like we've made the switch over in terms of the plans and we've got the endpoints, but then like the upgrade path hasn't been changed over and we need to do that. So yeah. And then ultimately this can be retired, but it's sort of providing that there because people might still encounter it in some other parts of the site.
I mean, do we really want to retire it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's this thing about...
I could...
Go on.
Like, we only want to present 3 plans, right?
That's the thing here is like, oh yeah, if we present 4, people will like scream and hate us.
But we could present, like, once someone becomes face-to-face.
Oh yeah.
Like, once they've decided that they're going to give us £50 a month.
Right.
On their profile, they could see something like, get an extra hour of pairing,
Yeah, right. Indeed, it could still be part of the upgrade path. I mean, and ultimately it could be a counter.
But it just wouldn't necessarily be, published that way.
No.
Because we don't want people to understand how much they could actually end up giving us.
Probably not. Well, we do. But go on, JP. What were you going to say?
Have you thought in paid time? Like instead of like a monthly subscription, you could buy like 1 hour of pairing, or you could just, if you wanted to pair with someone, you pay like, I don't know, $2 an hour or something like that.
Yeah, that's an excellent idea. I mean, I've kind of always added this thing like additional pairing hours can be purchased. I mean, I like we certainly could move to that model. I guess like it's the same thing with our previous version of sponsorship and so on. Is like if somebody just wants to buy 2 hours of pairing, or they just want to like sponsor us for like $10, then I end up being a little okay. That doesn't help me so much right now, because what I need to know is, in order to sort of carry on with this, we need a baseline of like per month, and so I've kind of pushed for that. I mean, maybe we're missing out on like a huge input of people who would do little donations here and there, but it's definitely something worth exploring. Like I think, as we move on, we get like more and more people signed up on monthly plans, and there was like a volume deal, and we kind of like honed the product so that we were like keeping track of, like, ultimately what we want is, if someone signed up for premium face-to-face or whatever, the system itself should be tracking like these are this many hours that you've got, and then when you join the Hangout, it like automatically decrements them and so on. And I think when we've got those pieces in place, then it would be an exciting thing to add an individual hourly payment. Does that make sense?
There's a lot of in the future.
Yeah, and maybe I'm putting it too far in the future. Like maybe it's something we should offer sooner because we'll get more signups that way. I don't know. What do you think, JP?
I don't know. I'm thinking because I'm on Hacker Hands.
Oh, Hack Hands. Yeah, another one.
Yeah. So and just I receive like constantly stuff from people.
Oh, wanting your help and wanting to pay you for help.
Yeah. So that's something that might be interesting and something that we can capitalize on.
Definitely. I mean, I think the guy who signed up for Premium Face to Face today, I mean, he's sort of saying, you know, like, I want a bit of help from you, and he's saying, like, maybe it might not go on for that long. I mean, you know, people can they can always subscribe to the plan and then cancel. But yeah, maybe we need to move that way. Really, certainly, if we had people say, I mean, I've got one person saying, definitely great idea. I mean, what I'd love to enable moving forward is ultimately, you know, that you guys can get, like with sort of Hack Hands, that you guys could get paid for help. So like, if people are saying, wow, you know, on Met Plus, people want extra help and support from you, JP, then they would be able to, whether it's through a monthly subscription or just say, I want to have like 6 hours of your time over the next 2 days because you're just the man and I want to do it with you, and that you would get compensated for that, and we would, you know, take our percentage from the thing. That's the way I think we would ultimately scale it, and make it work for everyone. But have you done much like stuff on Hack Hands where you've actually?
No. I haven't done ever anything.
Oh, so you signed up as like a mentor on Hack Hands?
It was like 2 years ago or something. I went to the Hack Summit, and I'd registered there. And since then, I just started receiving mails, and I receive like mails every day, like 2-3 mails every day.
Of saying like, I offer you $50 for 2 hours work or something.
Yeah.
Mails.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I did like some stuff with AirPair before, where I did like some like hourly work for people on like random projects of theirs. I mean, I guess the what I'm hoping to build into Agile Ventures is that the support is all given on open source projects that, you know, contribute to the greater good kind of thing, as being the slight difference from that. But I you know, if we can sell a lot of people on individual hourly support, woo, yeah. It's a good idea. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to get a cup of Scrum. I'm going to get a cup of tea. Michael, I have pushed that branch, so you could grab that. I don't know if you want to drive on the refactoring, or start a completely new feature, or whatever, you know, rings your bell.
All right.
And I'll be back momentarily to create a different hangout. Anything else we need to coordinate with you, JP?
I don't think so. Just I've looked into the push from Dre. I'll just review it again. So if you can, just add me to the channel.
Yeah, I will. I will. Yeah, so it's on a different Slack instance.
You were able to push the node thing there as well.
Yeah, I pushed Node and Rails there.
Did you had to add any kind of scripting or something in order for it to know? Oh, okay.
Nope, it just works.
So it's ready. Okay, so eventually.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just keep this on. I'll just ask them now. And like, have you got the? You just want to paste in your email address that you usually use with Slack, and I'll tell them. And try and get this. Make sure you get connected up with them. Called. Can you spell your surname? Pereira. Like Pereira.
Yeah.
Sorry. Started doing that.
Okay. I'm just telling them, yeah, he's looking to test Dree for his project. Should we invite him in here? Go. Copy email address. In the first instance, Ralph, if you have any issues with it, just ping me. And but I'll in case we do.
The problem is that it's not going to work often. The app is not going to work like that. So it needs to have some environment variables, and it needs to be run directly on the jar and things like that. So
yeah, I mean they support environment variables. I've got all my things working with environment variables. I mean, I think it's the kind of thing. It may be that their current system will not necessarily support everything that your app needs. I mean, I have like a list of some like things we need for some of the other things. Like we need a scheduler, we need the SSL support. Which they're putting in because they want to work with us so much and they want to make it happen. So any of the things that we find out that they don't have, that you need, we'll list them up, and you know, I think they will be working hard to see if they can get them into place. Obviously, you know, they can't move mountains, but you know, let's explore it at least.
Okay.
Okay. Good stuff. All right. Good to catch up with you, JP. Michael, see you in a bit.
See ya.